Amazon FBA is very different in 2026, even compared to how it was a year or two ago. A lot of strategies that people are teaching are outdated, and if you follow them, you will struggle to find success in 2026. I've been selling on Amazon for over 6 years now and built a over $1 million per month business and have generated close to $40 million in total sales now. And going into 2026, there are some specific changes that we made that are driving us the best results that we've ever seen. So in this video, I'm gonna break down the new Amazon FBA secrets, tips, and everything you need to actually win this year. I'm gonna go over the strategies that are actually working in 2026, what has changed, what we stopped doing, and what we're doubling down on to continue to scale. If you're starting your Amazon FBA journey this year or trying to grow an existing store, this will give you clarity on what you need to move forward the right way. Let's get into it. So there's three main things that we should hyper focus on. And the first one should come as no surprise, and it is AI. It is the hottest thing in the market. Everything should be AI. Of course, we all heard it. But look, the reality is we're in the e-commerce space. We're selling hard goods, things that people buy month after month. Toothpaste, shampoo, body wash, hair products, supplements, you name it, right? You can't AI these things. They just go away and everything is AI, right? These are hard goods that people buy month after month, year after year. And this is the backbone of our business, replenishable goods. Why? Because if something has a repeat customer, as we know, but the marketplace is growing like Amazon is by an average of 11% per year, what happens to our income? Well, it goes up. We get to give ourselves a raise pretty much every month because we have those repeat customers plus new ones coming in. So we know AI is not going to take the market away, but how do we utilize AI to make this job even easier? One of my favorite use cases for AI is to actually make custom pitches for brands. Now, what am I saying? We, in 2025, 2026, we are going brand direct. Amazon no longer wants the random mom and pop seller just selling stuff that they found in China or at like some discount clearance store or whatever, because their biggest fear is fake products on the marketplace. So they want people that are working directly with brands so they can verify that you're selling legitimate products. Now, the thing about it where a lot of people end up getting caught in the middle is when you go into a distributor or supplier, their main focus is your money. If you have capital, they'll be willing to work with you. When you go directly to a brand, it's a lot different. Yes, they can benefit from your capital, but really what they want is value. So here's the thing. Let's just say you're a brand, and we all know, right? We all get emails all damn day. These brands get email all damn day. What makes you stand out? If you get hundreds and hundreds of emails every week, like what's gonna make someone stand out? And it's this thing called a custom pitch. This is what allows us on average to close 5 profitable brand accounts every single week. We get to give ourselves a raise every 10 week, right? But why is that? Because we leverage custom pitches. What we've been working on is literally using AI to do it. So what does a custom pitch look like? Instead of going to a brand and saying,
hey, what's up? My name is Mar. I just want to get into business with you, resell your products. It's going to be great. Let's do it. Give me a shout.
Right? Whatever. Some boring crap like that. What we do is actually have a custom pitch where we say, hey, this is your X, Y, and Z brand. This is your competitor. This is what they're doing that you're not. This is what you can be making if you make some changes here. Look, this is some stuff that we can help you with. And all of a sudden, in that first email, we're no longer the random reseller with a solution to their problem. Now, this is something that we literally have a team dedicated to do this. This is what allows us to grow to 8 figures a year. But what we've been testing is using AI to actually deliver this. AI being able to scan someone's website, scan the competitor's website, plug into softwares that connect the two, and then create a full report and custom pitch for them. We're getting to the point where it's going to be doing custom video pitches. When we finish this tool, it's going to be absolutely amazing. But so far, it's been saving us a tremendous amount of time. This is something that we started testing in August 2025, so not that long ago. And since then, it competed against the head of brand outreach for us. So her name is Nadia. She by herself in 3 months opened up 72 brand direct accounts. This tool opened up 67 brand direct accounts. So it wasn't as good as Nadia, but it was damn near close. And it was all freaking automated. It was literally a click of a button. So using AI to create custom Loom pitches or custom like email pitches, whatever, just custom pitches is something that will completely change the game and speed up the level of responses you get and close more deals a lot easier. The second component of this is something called a brand report. When we're doing these custom pitches, like talking about us, talking about their company, the next thing we're using AI to do, and right now it's somewhat AI and manual, we're doing like a split test to see what works, but a brand report. What a brand report is this big old pretty document, right? It's almost like a Canva doc, right? Or like a Google Sheets, right? Depending on which tool we're using. But what it does is it provides the business with a report on the revenue they're doing on Amazon, off Amazon, what the competitors are doing, what they can be making, all of that. Instead of just being in an email, it's in this very beautiful report. Now, here's the thing. I don't got time to do that, right? My team don't got time to do that. So what are we using? AI, right? We're using AI to create these custom brand reports and send them out in an email. Imagine you're a brand and someone comes to you and they have this big old beautiful report showing you how much revenue you're missing, how much you should be making if you make these changes on your listings, if you make these bundle listings. If you do all this stuff, you could be making more money compared to your competitor that's already making more money than you. You're like inclined to respond because it's kind of stupid to not say, damn, this person is telling me what I could do to make more money. I am so egotistical and I know that I can make more money, but I'm not gonna respond to this email. Absolutely freaking not. This is how you drive a better response rate. So instead of doing this manually, what we're doing is using AI, connecting some tools together like Smart Scout, sometimes Helium 10, some of these other Amazon tools. If you're brand new, don't worry, I got a bunch of videos going over all of these, right? But keep all of these tools that we put together into a report and provide a very accurate report on why this brand is not making as much money compared to someone else in their field. Custom brand reports completely separate us from the rest of the market, makes it easy peasy to close these deals. Now, the third thing is something we've been doing since 2020, but it's really became a primary focus of our business. So one of our first big wins was a company that does over $50 million a year, but guess what? It's not on Amazon, right? It was doing it in retail stores. This was a grocery brand. And we met them in Long Island, New York. They came to our office. We went to their office. It took us like a month. We closed that freaking deal. That deal, since 2020, has paid us every single month $20,000 in profit. One deal, right? Every single month, $20,000 profit. We barely paid attention to actually driving more revenue for that brand, but we had an exclusive agreement, which meant as long as we hit revenue goals year after year, they had to renew that agreement, which means we were just getting paid. And they love what we were doing, even though, to be honest, we weren't doing that much for them. It was really simple. That they even started giving us some of their other brands. Now, if you're brand new, remember this. You want brands that their primary focus is in Amazon. A brand like this doing $50 million a year, right? But we're not seeing that on Amazon. This is prime real estate because they're already making money. They have a customer, but all these optimizations we do on the Amazon store drives more revenue for them, drives more money for us. We get rich, right? It's how it works. But what we want to focus on is something called exclusive deals. When you first become a reseller for a brand, guess what? You're not the only one. We like to look at brands that have 3 or more resellers because we know that they're actively working with resellers. It's an easy deal to close. But the whole game plan is as time moves along, you build our relationship is we want an exclusive deal. We want to say, hey, you might have 10 resellers, but guess what? Someone in there is not doing something right. What if we can add more value than everyone else, keep you in stock, and instead of dealing with 10 people, you could deal with 1. So we always aim to, we're gonna start off as one of your resellers, but we really wanna become a brand exclusive with you. And all of a sudden, you go from making, 10% of their revenue to making 100% of their revenue. Like one of our students just closed the deal. You would have never thought this deal, but he's really good on with his soft skills, like closing deals. He closed a deal that was doing $750,000 a month. They were doing it themselves, but they were really just sick of it. They wanted to just focus on their distribution and B2B. So they completely handed off the entire brand to him. He literally just added $750K a month in revenue. Don't quote me on this, but somewhere between 150 to 200K in profit every month. His only job, find the funding, keep them in stock, and manage the listings to make sure no one else gets on it. Dude's making over 7 figures a year now from one brand. This is the cool part about these exclusive deals. This is when we get to take over with a brand, become a real partner, and grow with them. So those are the Amazon secrets, tips, and strategies that are actively working in 2026. The biggest takeaway is Amazon didn't stop working. The old strategies did. If you adapt, focus on the right model, and build the right systems, this is still one of the best opportunities out there. If you want to skip the trial and error and learn the exact system that we use to do over 35 million, close to $40 million in sales, click the first link in the description and sign up for our next completely free live training. I'll walk you how to get approved with real brands and suppliers, how to pick the right products, and how to build a business that actually scales in today's Amazon environment. If you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe. I post new videos every week breaking down what's actually working right now on Amazon. Not hype and definitely not outdated advice. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.